Flow Vision Media.
That's ill. You know, like we definitely got. That's how I started off as a freestyle artist. Like we would just go to the tunnel and be like this. Like niggas don't know no part of that. And when I'm saying this, where Big was still alive, Pun was still Big L, and there ain't none of this lollipop shit going on back then. You know, it was real MCs. LOD was in the midst of shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shout out to that's all.
Yo, can we get this on camera? Let me ask you this one question, Khrist. Do you think if Big was alive, Jay would be where he's at right now?
No.
Nah.
Nah?
Hell no.
You recording that, Paul?
Yeah.
And you say that why? Why would you say that? Like what?
First of all, I don't like Khrist said, my nigga, if you don't tell a nigga a Jew, you a devil. I was around when the hustler was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Oh yeah.
So niggas fell back.
Niggas
Fell back. Like Big was like, yo, nigga, if you gonna be that nigga that's gonna take it for the borough, then do it. And I just come through and go after you finish doing what you doing. So you know, and pretty much he was the third loser in that situation. You know, it was Big, Smooth, Jay. You know what I'm saying? So as you know, shit went on. Or he had no choice. Took the hustling shit because you remember Jay took it all that fast shit. Slowed the flow down, took the hustling concept, and pretty much can't knock the hustle. And then now you already know where that came from. The Big Daddy had no choice but to step to the plate because there was nothing out for New York, and New York was looking for a hero. So
it was just timing too.
That too. True.
You know, Jay was just around Big at the right time. You feel me? So once when Big what really. I never underestimate the power of affiliation.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way when Jay did All Eyes on Me for MTV, and they asked him, "Well, who's the hot dude right now?" And he said 50. Boosh. So when Big did his last interview with Joe Claire,
I know.
and he said, you know, Jay-Z, you see how Jay would use that in the back of his mantra, like he would use that on the stage.
Cali interview.
Yeah, you know, like he would play that, and in the mirror of my nigga Biggie, baby, and then have Big do that.
Yeah.
Like it was just all perfect time. And then when Jay won the award, the Tupac Biggie Award, all of these things was all planned, you know, to propel him to that next level. You know, like Jay was in a situation where he was the closest to Big in that arena. Smooth was a more anti-sociable person.
Very true.
I don't think that Smooth situation in that trifecta didn't leverage itself because of any demise from their part. I think it was more just Smooth is an introverted person. You know, he more about his niggas. He ain't really too much about mingling with rap type. Period. No matter who it was, he would be around us before he would go chill with anybody. Like this nigga went to him and his baby mother, God bless her dead, you know, met up with Tupac and went to the fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only time I ever heard about Smooth doing anything personal with somebody. When he called me to tell me that he was in a movie theater with Tupac and his girl and he was with his baby mom. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of what transpired in that arena, Smooth is just a rap demigod. You know what I'm saying? Like on average, Jay, anybody that's out rapping and know about Smooth know he's just nothing to fuck with. And I know that Smooth knew that for himself. And based on him knowing that for himself, it was like, well, why the fuck I gotta fuck with this dude? What the fuck with that dude? I'm Smooth a hustler at the end of the day. And when that brand initially lost some value to it based on just time, you know, Jay-Z's ability, you know, not to sound, you know, funny, but his ability to be an opportunist in the literal sense of what it, like he seen the opportunity and took the opportunity to run with that. He didn't look back. You know, certain people just know how to leverage themselves from an opportunity. You know, you give them an inch, they'll take a fucking mile. Like Jay hasn't looked back since his career went in the direction that it went.
And he kept it business.
No matter who it was. You see, even with Dame, no matter what it was.
Source money.
He kept it business.
He kept it about him. So when you look at it, you could say, oh, he's a fucked up person. But in the Bible, right, it says that God can only help those who help themselves. Now what he does with his power and how he chooses to divvy it is on his own. You understand what I'm saying? It's not for us to judge. Me personally, I just feel that I'm in the position that I'm in for a reason. And God wanted it to be this way so I could be prepared for that level of success, because that level of success is definitely imminent for myself. And I feel only because I'm ready for that success. See, you got to be ready for success. You could be afraid of success and not know that you're afraid of it.
Yo,
you know what I'm
Khrist,
saying?
When you was at that age when it first happened for you, you felt you was ready at that time, my nigga?
No. In my heart, I didn't feel I was. I was still shy in my own right. I would have to drink. I was drinking, smoking. That was my courage. You know, to be, I'm keeping it 100 just for me to function, because it was happening so crazy. It was overwhelming. You gotta understand, I was a teenager when that shit happened. So I got grown man responsibilities being bestowed on me I just had my son at 17 and just got my record deal right after. So I was forced to be a man and have a career and be a businessman all at 18 years old. You know, so a lot of shit that I did was to really kill time. I was in a dream. I couldn't believe the shit that was happening to me. I was breaking up stucco and wood and shit, working 2 days out, 2 days a week, making $50 an hour to feed my kid. And I got remember when the beepers was out? I had got a hit on my beeper from my boy Rafiq telling me to meet them in the city because Trigger got a deal with Def Jam. So I'm like, all right, cool. I told my boss I had to break out. I broke out and I met them in the city. So I have my blonde moments where I'm just like, I'm dumb to whatever the fuck is going on. So we sitting in there and they showed us the Onyx video, Last Days, and all of this is when that video first was done. And we sitting there and they playing Trigger shit, and they told Trigger that right off the bat, they was gonna give him $250,000. I said, "Oh shit, we on." Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm on damn near every song on this nigga album, so I'm good. You know, like how I'm feeling. And then they pointed Chris Lighty. It was Chris Lighty, Leor Cohen's, and Dante Ross. We were supposed to go to Violator. I don't know why we went to Dante Ross. I couldn't even, I wasn't the decision maker in that situation. I gotta ask Chris though if he ever felt a way that we didn't go with him, because sometimes I feel like he felt we should have been under Violator.
Now you got signed as a group or
me and Trigger had copycat deals.
Okay, now meaning what? What's a copycat?
A copycat deal is where me and Trigger pretty much had identically the same budget. I just had different business perks.
Okay.
You know, because I had different people handling my business. You know.
Okay.
But they pointed to me and was like, well, what about him? I'm looking around like, well, who the fuck they talking about? Not me. They said, no, you. They like, well, give him a deal too. And give him what you gave him. I called my mother. I said, Ma, we on. We on, Ma. I'm sleeping in a 1-bedroom apartment with my mother. Niggas done set me up when I was living in the pink houses. Robbed my crib, took all my low gear, $10,000 stash money. Like, they knew what to take. So whoever robbed me was close to me. You understand me? So when my moms came to the projects, when that happened, she made me move to Queens. Because she felt like somebody was going to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
After the deal?
No, before the deal.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, you know, bringing it backward to forward.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Queens, I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with my moms, and my moms hooked me up with the dude Mark that I was working for. So when I was happy as shit to call my moms and tell her that that was happening. And I had, you know, people in my ear telling me get a car and all that. The first fucking check I got, I went and bought my mama a crib right on Maida Road. Top to bottom.
That's Queens?
Yeah, it's Queens. Took care of my mother for 8 years straight. You ain't working. You ain't...
Government officials.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay alive. It's just you and I.
Kanye, Jay-Z, Frank Ocean, and one man, nigga, no magic potions.